Last week in Freeport, the Democratic Party held a press conference to announce candidates for the positions of city treasurer, township supervisor, along with 3 township trustees. From left to right is Ms. Melinda Cook for township trustee, Mr. Bernie Mergula for city treasurer, Mr. Andre Taylor Jr. for township trustee, Mr. Billy J. Brooks for township trustee, and Mrs. Odessa Walker for township supervisor. After introductions, each candidate gave a little background about themselves.
My background has been very varied over the years. I've done a number of things, but since actually 2000, I've been involved in many city governments from a financial perspective. I have a master's from George Washington University in governmental finance. My undergraduate work is at the University of Wisconsin.
I am a lifelong pretzel, former teacher. I chose to run for a trustee just to continue my role of service to the community of Freeport. I feel really strongly about the town. My primary objectives as a township trustee are just to provide an active check to the supervisor and promote more discourse, more active discourse. And create stronger community partnerships in order to service more people.
My name is Billy Brooks again. I'm a lifelong resident of Freeport. I'm currently the president and CEO of Freeport Violent Interrupters. Most of my work is in the street, dealing with at-risk youth and young men, and dealing with gang activities and shooting. What I want to bring to the Township Board of Trustees is the less unfortunate people, less fortunate, dealing with cuts from the last administration, dealing with veterans, disabled veterans, senior citizens, medical expense. All these things is things that I see on the street. I'm a team player, hands-on.
My name is Odessa Walker. I've been at the Freeport Housing Authority for almost 7 years now. I started off as the resident social services coordinator. I went up to the position of family self-sufficiency coordinator. And right there, HUD really makes sure that you are well equipped to do that job, to help families to be self-sufficient.
My mission is to add value through collaboration, innovation, and servant leadership. I've been a servant leader at the Freeport Housing Authority coming close to 9 years now. And so I definitely understand how government and how important it is to be responsible over taxpayer dollars. And I'm going to bring that type of mission and that type of perception into the Freeport Township trustee position that I'm seeking.
Knowing each candidate's background, candidates spoke about what they'd like to bring to the office they are seeking votes for.
I'm running for township supervisor to provide transparency, to be trustworthy, effective, and involved. We add value to the community by being accountable to the taxpayers, by bringing transparency to regarding the dollars and being intentional about the community being well informed about all the decisions that's being made. That makes an agency trustworthy. I have a strong personal commitment to the clients being served. I think every client should be served with dignity and respect. And I believe in giving a hand up and not a hand out. That's how you empower people.
I installed software in accordance to current government accounting standards for cities as large as the city of Birmingham, Alabama. And so I know the pitfalls and requirements of this particular position. I feel that the city manager's position has been voted in, and I totally support that. And I believe we need to refine how our finance department is working, including the treasurer's office, to further enhance the ability of our city to move forward.
My primary objectives as a township trustee are just to provide an active check to the supervisor and promote more discourse, more active discourse, and create stronger community partnerships in order to service more people.
What I want to look at is, efficient management of taxpayer dollars. I want to look at collaboration, kind of mirroring what some of the other candidates up here are saying. You know, how can we do things better? How can we connect with other agencies so we don't have duplication of services? You know, eliminating kind of those silos and kind of bridging those gaps. And so, you know, I come in with a unique and a fresh perspective on ways and how we can improve the lives of the Freeport citizens and voters.
One of the questions asked is, if elected, are there programs that need to be reinstituted or programs that aren't serving the population?
I think we need to be transparent about the programs that are being ran in all agencies. What are the outcomes? Is this really working? One of the programs, I think, if I'm not mistaken, from the previous administration was the medication for the seniors. And that was really talked about here in town, that cutting that really hurt, you know, a lot of the seniors. But we want to collaborate. If there's something that's already out there that's working, we do not want to duplicate. I don't think any agency should duplicate those services.
The role of township could be stronger and more effective because you're not overlapping and creating redundancies of service and working to service people and because like we were speaking before that one, the township alone it isn't enough, that you need to create those partnerships with other organizations so that you get 360 service.
Part of the policy now with township of who qualifies and who don't qualify. And I think that need to be lower. It should be a level field. You got people that definitely qualify that's not qualified per township now. You lower and level the field and make sure everyone that's entitled and everyone that needs some help in Freeport should be held to the same standard.
Yes, if you're not aware, so township services primarily with low-income adults and some offensive, what did you call it, like charges or crimes that are maybe more heinous can still qualify, but low drug charges or non-criminal charges, they won't qualify for services. So there's some issues with that need to be addressed.
At the end of the day, the taxpayers, that's the fund or the money that's going back out. And so what the township, my understanding is responsible for is kind of reallocating some of these funds to help all age groups of people, of citizens in our community that are maybe impoverished or struggling or fall on hard times. And so, you know, I want to examine what are the policies and procedures that are in place. Primarily what I do is in operations. That's one of my areas of expertise. So I have a unique ability to look at the way we function and how we can do more with less, how we can stretch those dollars, how we can have a greater impact. And so that'll be another thing that I'll look at as in my position as a township trustee.
I'm going to add one thing to that. This is the township, I'm at the city level, but there's a common theme that has been driven through this. That common theme is outcomes. Outcomes is part of what IMCA and what GFOA is dealing with today and its performance evaluations. Performance evaluations include defining the program, then defining the inputs, the outputs, and the outcomes. Just because you have more arrests doesn't mean that you have less crime. So in this, these performance matrix are very difficult to try and quantify, but they need to be quantified so that the taxpayers' dollars are well spent.
Altogether, around 15 people attended the press conference, which lasted about an hour. Watch Today in the Port and Freeport News Network for more upcoming coverage of this year's elections.